Minnesota is Rust. Back with you. Is it a rat rod? What we see here is 1929 Model A, 1930, 1928, something like that. This is a two-door sedan. This has very clearly been chopped. On the top, you can see the seams on the door jambs and the roof and the windshield. And this has very clearly been channeled. So the frame has been brought up into the body. These that were stock, the frame stuck out below to give you ground clearance. This is most likely airbagged, but it could be static. Hard to see from the picture in the front if there's airbags, because it would be, an inch and a half from the ground, so a little tricky to drive around. So my definition of a rat rod, do what you can with what you have. I'm going to say this is way closer to a traditional hot rod than it is a rat rod. The, it still has a drop straight axle in the front. The cow catcher grill guard, made out of 1x1 and welded together, that is very rat roddy, but he took that off. You got the white walls, you got steel wheels. I don't see a ton of chrome everywhere. Does have one of those, probably Edelbrock air cleaners that I'm not a huge fan of, but they probably flow really well. Looking at the rearview mirrors, looks like it's more, chain pieces kind of welded together, or something like that. That's definitely got a rat rod vibe. But like I said, if you didn't have that grill like that in the front, or the grill guard, cow catcher, whatever you want to call it, and didn't have the kind of chain, is it hands, like skeletal hands, holding the rear view, traditional hot rod, all the way, all the way. You've got, side exhaust. Hopefully there's some baffles in those headers, because that would be loud, especially coming out mid-door, pretty close to the driver's eardrum or passenger's eardrum, or the eardrum of the officer you're pulling up next to, depending on your county, your city, or your precinct, how fussy they are about enforcing that. Yeah, I'm going to say almost a traditional hot rod. So kind of kind of rat roddy, kind of hot roddy. Yeah, that's going to be my take. Like I said, I'd love to talk to the owner and kind of get their vibe for it and what direction they would ultimately call it themselves. But like I said, this current owner does call it a rat rod. Thank you much. Minnesota is Rust.